I see you've returned again, and not because I totally guilted you into watching my YouTube video. My name is Emah Purple for those who are coming here for the first time, and I am a writer, I'm a poet. I am going to be reading a short story that I wrote a while ago. It is titled The Loop, and this is actually the 5th edition. So if this is your first time checking out the story, don't worry, things are just moving on here, so you can just finish this video and then go back, watch all the other 4 videos for a bit of context. So as a bit of a disclaimer for those new people here, those old people already know, but this is cringe station. I'm telling you, this story is very cringe, it's very hilarious, and it's very annoying. But what we are doing here, we are looking at my old writing and we are saying what we can change and just enjoying the story as horrible as it is. So without any further ado, let us enter into the story, guys. As the girls walked out, Crazy Girl took the room key and slowly headed to Miss Daka's room. As her hand drew closer with the key to the keyhole, she heard a creaking sound in the darkness and the door flew open. Ina froze. "What do you think you're doing?" Legolas said as he hopped forward from the dark room. Fear gripped Ina as she moved back. Her eyes were scanning for a weapon. "Give me the keys, Ina," he said as he stretched one of his wings towards her. Ina moved back. She knew she was dead if she didn't do something to get away from him. She continued moving back as slowly as she could when Legolas spread his enormous wings, obstructing her movements. "You are not going anywhere. Give me those keys now," he counted his words. Ina saw a broom in her peripheral view. She calculated how she would get it and use it as a weapon. Her hands shook. If she made the wrong move, Legolas would catch her in his wings, and it was impossible to escape from them. She tried to move back slowly again when he gave a bird-like screech. "Stop! You have some guts, but I've got you now. No one can resist the Madam's power. Yes, not even you. You and the girls won't be going anywhere today." "I'm afraid you're wrong. The girls are long gone," Ina said disdainfully. In the dark, Legolas did not notice that the cottage door was open and the girls' beds were empty. "When? How?" Legolas screamed in shock. Ina stole the opportunity. At the moment of Legolas' surprise, Ina grabbed the broom swiftly and used the dusty part on Legolas' face. Immediately, his wings receded to wipe dust off his lidless eyes. Ina then ran outside and closed the cottage door using her shoulder. With one hand, she tried to find the key to the door, and with the other shoulder pressing the door shut, but she kept fumbling with them. The broomstick leaned on her as she struggled to lock the monster out. On the other side of the door, she heard a hopping sound. Legolas was screaming. He pushed on the door too from his side, trying to get Ina and a small part of the door open. Ina still struggled to find the key to the door among the bundles. Her heart raced. She felt the force pushing from the other side, but she threw her weight on the wooden door. Through the small opening, Legolas forced one of his big black wings through and tried to push the door open. Ina finally found the key to the door, but she couldn't lock the door because of Legolas' wing flapping violently about. The thought of Priscilla rushed to her like a cold glacial wave again, and her heart broke. She saw herself in that cage which Priscilla had spent her last moments begging and pleading, and then finally darkness. But she knew that the life she had been living in Bridge Cottage was already that darkness. That life was unproductive, dead, dark and cold. She protested that dead life. She protested that dead life or any probability that she would go on living in that prison for eternity. Death. The idea that she might be subjected to the iciness of the dead life. I said it again. Sorry, I can't take this writing seriously. The idea that she might be subjected to the iciness of the dead life prison caused the fire to kindle in her heart, a desire and will to live. A fire burned within her chest as she put the key in her mouth, grabbed the broomstick tight with both arms, shoulders still pressing through the door, and then with her foot, she broke the broomstick. It was pointy and jagged. It was the perfect weapon to stop all this. With her shoulder still pressing hard against the door, Ina used all her strength to push the broken broomstick through the opening in the door which Legolas had put his wing through. It pierced something and Legolas gave out a shrill scream. His wing receded at once and Ina shut the door and locked it with the key. "My eye! My eye!" she heard Legolas scream from inside. "Crazy girl, you've taken my eye too? The mother will kill you this time. She will. You will pay." Ina turned forward and looked ahead at the vast expanse of field. The other three girls were already distant dots at the brink of the dull horizon. She had spent her whole life confined in the cottage, and for the first time she saw something ahead her. She gave out a sigh of relief, knowing that all was behind her and what lied ahead was something better. She looked at the broomstick. "I think I will keep you," she said as she started her journey to Diamond Rock. Ina met the girls by a short broken brick wall, which was probably the bridge. Baby sat on the grass, feeling it with her hands. Enjoying the cool fresh air was like nothing they had felt before. "It's so nice," she said, "especially the smell." She pressed her face on the grass and inhaled. "Ina, we were starting to get worried," Mommy asked. "What kept you back?" Legolas found out. "It was a challenge, but I managed to lock him in the cottage. We have to move fast." "Oh, move fast to where?" Molly asked, putting her hands akimbo. Her guitar was behind her by the wall. "Don't tell me you brought that thing along," Crazy Girl said, pointing at the guitar. This is dialogue that is not going anywhere. I don't know the use of all this dialogue, but I just included it here for no reason. But let's endure it together. "Don't tell me you brought that thing along," Crazy Girl said, pointing at the guitar. "I've always had Masha. I'm not going to leave her now." And that is the top and bottom of Molly's character development. The girl that holds the guitar and protests anything that Ina says. Ina looked around. The day was breaking, but the constellations were bright blue like distant diamonds. "Honestly, I don't know where to go next. I guess the first step is to cross the bridge." As they passed the hole in the wall, it felt like crossing a literal milestone. It was as though they had come an inch closer to home. The atmosphere felt different, fresher. The ether became lighter. Mrs. Darkheart must have put some kind of force field there, because crossing the bridge felt like breaking out of a bubble. Ina asked for the communication device which she had told Baby to take from Mrs. Darkheart's room, and the little girl handed it to her. To her, it looked like an ordinary marble the size of an orange. "What do you want to do with that?" asked Miss Darkheart for instructions. "How do we even find the Diamond Rock? What if we run into her?" I knew this was a bad idea, Molly badgered. Let me just stop there to say that initially I wanted to make the communication device an iPhone. I don't know if making that change would have made the story more annoying and cringy, or maybe would have added a bit of humor. But I'm actually planning to rewrite this story, and who knows, if I rewrite it, maybe I will change the communication device to an iPhone. Product placement. "Are you suggesting that we turn around?" Ina said angrily at Molly. "Turning back is the bad idea, Molly," Mommy added. "I'm sure we will find a way." Baby twirled about, not even minding the others. She was breathing in this vast new world and she loved the feeling. Everything is just so big. "Look at that star," she pointed at the sky. "It's so big, it looks like a diamond to me." Mommy looked at the star. Because of their argument, they had failed to see it. The force field might have not really been intended to keep them in, but to keep that star out, because they had not seen the particular star before crossing the bridge. "It's like the biggest star in the sky. I have this feeling that it leads to Diamond Rock," she said, trance-like. The star hung from the eastern part of the sky. It shimmered and the four edges pierced the sky. All the others were inferior to it. It was huge. Even if you raised your palm to cover it, you still saw the shining corona. It was truly beautiful. In the expanse of the sky, the star seemed to illuminate everything. It stood out brightest, the source of everlasting light. Ina looked up at it and saw what Mommy was talking about. Seeing the star gave her this conviction that what they were searching for was in its direction. Their treasure was at the end of the rainbow, or rather, the point of the eastern star. Somehow the star called to her, and without debate they started their journey to a place unknown. And as day broke, more light expanded in the sky from the eastern star. The light broke open the darkness of their captivity to reveal a new morning to their lives. Mrs. Darkheart stood over her minion enraged. Though she was silent, her black eyes shimmered dangerously like tar. She just watched the creature that lay by her feet, cowering and covering its injured eye with one of its wings. The door behind her was broken open. That is bad grammar. Pathetic was the only word that escaped Mrs. Darkheart's mouth. Madam, they tricked me. Master tricks me. Madam, they tricked me. Crazy girl took my eye. She locked me in and took the communication stone too, so I couldn't tell you once I opened it, he blabbered. Mrs. Darkheart sighed. I could waste time talking on how much of a disappointment you are, Legolas. But they are going farther and farther, and I can't go after them. I have no idea where they could be now. I could only track creatures within the bridge, and leaving the bridge drains too much of my power. I cannot search for them myself, since there is no one to infuse their essence into the blanket to replace the power I might lose if I go after them. It is too risky. Number 1, that sentence. Number 2, exposition. Then I can go after them, Legolas said eagerly. Fool! I will never take that chance. You would only fail again. Miss Darkheart stared into oblivion. This is Crystalline's fault. How did she have memory of her world? She was supposed to be blanked by the transition. She looked around thoughtfully. But I know the power of the bond. The threads of affection will never really severed when she came into the loop. But Crystalline recalled everything. The loop did not alter her memory. She looked back at Legolas. Getting them back is our priority now. I need the power from the girl's essence. When I find other girls from other realms to replace them, then I will definitely kill the girls. Madam, Legolas said, please do me a favor. When you find the girls and bring them back, kill Clay's girl. Madam, Legolas said, please do me a favor. Madam, Legolas said, please do me a favor. When you find the girls and bring them back, kill Crazy Girl. Mrs. Darkheart laughed evilly. I'm in a good mood today. She took my leg first and now my eye, Legolas said spitefully. Worry not, my pets. Consider it done. It is high time I put that hothead out, she said to Legolas. Mrs. Darkheart strolled into her room and opened the dark closet. The whole room started to vibrate with dark energy. This will take much power, but it must be done. She touched her staff to the floor and called into the closet. Come, most despicable of monsters, creature made of pure darkness, terrifying and cunning one. I need you to find 4 girls. They are heading to Diamond Rock. You must bring them to me. The room went dangerously still. Then a gust of wind started to rush out from the closet. A pair of horrible red eyes shone from within the closet. Whatever was inside roared. His voice was deep, animalistic, and terribly spine-tingling. Yes, Miss Darkheart, the voice said from within the closet. And watch out, the girls might have run into the guardian and protector of the loop. If they have, don't be afraid to destroy them. Whatever creature which was in that closet only smiled, revealing a set of sharp, bone-crushing teeth. And that is where I'm stopping today. That's where I'm stopping today. That's our reading for today. Thank you very much. If you have watched this video to this point, you are a real gem, and you are one of the reasons why the world is still a good place. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please tell me what you think below. Apparently I really enjoyed reading this, will I call it episode. I enjoyed reading this section of the story because it was just fun. It's so cringy, like it's that so bad it's almost good and almost entertaining. But tell me what you think about it. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to follow how these stories come out. And thank you so much once again for watching. In case you forgot, I have been Emah Purple signing out. Bye. Bye 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 bye.